Our Game 3 decider, OG versus EG. Loser goes home, winner stays alive here in MDL. The only two non-Chinese teams remaining in this tournament. One of them to be eliminated. After this, who's it going to be, gentlemen? Who's taking it? Who's not?
I think EG has played overall better in the first two games. You got to keep in mind that game one, they were the team that took a Rex, and it was pretty much a series of mistakes by RTZ that kept them from winning. If I could pin it on one person, I think EG overall played it better. In like, I don't know, game two definitely, and probably like 75% of game one.
OG go back to the Visage again. Gonna grab it early. The Lich is available. Nobody wants him though. They will take the Void away from EG, but EG already had a plan with Gandalf.
Blinding Light versus Familiar?
Burst?
That's pretty good.
Does Keeper's lore talk about what a pervert he is? Because like all his lines towards female characters are incredibly
No, he's like,
dubious.
isn't he like super gentleman about it?
Huh?
Rather,
He sounds like a sleazy old man.
super Reddit about it, milady, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Sleazy.
He is a power-grown sentient in the dawn of the universe, and now rides forth in all planes at once.
That's pretty cool. Why is he so frail and easily cornered?
Is he frail?
I think so.
I don't think-
he's
I
very
mean-
squishy.
Kind of.
He appears real to lure you in. And then he
It just
rides
makes him
forward.
sound more creepy. What?
I mean, only you thought that. LD was like,
To lure him in.
yeah.
That's the word choice that you use. The diction was very suggestive.
Maybe you wanted to see it, man. We see what we want to see.
He's pretty good versus Void though. Blast him inside Chrono.
I don't, because they slam pick Kato, like regardless of what they were picking, it seems
Yeah.
like. So
They actually don't care what.
yeah,
they
it
pick.
was just like, it's like each just like, we're just doing our thing, you know.
That's
You
what
do
happened
you.
last game too. It's like I don't even care about a Tinker. It's like we're gonna run Zeus with Nimbus.
Yeah.
Bristle, the obvious ban. Best partner with Keeper, I believe.
Counters Visage super hard.
Do you think they're worried about Death Prophet at all? Probably not. They got owned yesterday. I don't really think Sumail cares if No-Tail goes mid. He'd probably prefer No-Tail mid over Ana.
I don't think Sumail cares
Yeah.
if anyone goes mid.
But if you could have a choice of one or the other. I guess it depends on, it's the hero. It's
Yeah.
the hero though. Like, he just always plays with Death Prophet. Anyways. Need some damage to follow up for the Faceless Void.
Yeah, bear in mind this. We don't really know what kind of Visage we're getting. Could well be a support Visage. OG have run it both ways.
He doesn't add damage to Chrono though. So you still need damage for Chrono.
Yeah.
Sunstrike, one of the most obvious ones.
Yep.
OG love it. So could possibly be Invoker ban here. What
But
else
maybe
have we
EG
seen?
want them to pick it.
It would surprise me if OG goes carry Visage again, because in game one, EG shown that they know how to wreck it in lane, right? That Visage was like 0-4 or something, like a bad score leaving the laning stage.
Clockwork ban. Clockwork is one of the best counters versus Keeper. I think that's actually why Keeper fell off so hard. Was Keeper just got destroyed by Clock.
Ooh.
Monkey. That's damage during Faces Void ulti.
Is that a core monkey? Or a support
Doesn't
monkey?
matter.
So Muffy,
damn-
I'm just
Damage.
no. Regardless of the combo, I'm saying, what road do you
I'm
think?
pretty sure to support JRX.
Okay.
This hero keeps getting buffed, and he's almost relevant again.
5 seconds remaining.
But he doesn't bash, though.
Reserve
Yeah.
time.
He doesn't bash, but he does a hell of a lot of damage. That's where most of the damage was or most of the buffs were tailored to.
he got that big nerf, and then he's just been buffed like non-stop for a couple months now.
Yep.
I'm sure IG praying for the Monkey King to come back so Baboka can start carrying them. Still a roaming like for support, or
Yeah, I think so.
no role swaps for the old.
Oh, where else do you put him? The hero's really bad at farming. Like he's one of the worst farmers in the game.
I'm telling you. Supposedly the counter to Face's Void, the Pudge.
I don't even think supposedly.
Actually, the
It
counter.
actually is. Can't hook birds either.
One thing I've noticed in game 1 when No Tail was playing the Visage is he actively was migrating them to block Arteezy's arrows. So that's something you could do as the Visage player.
5
Block
seconds
hooks.
remaining.
No, you can't block hooks.
Can't block hooks, fly
Can't
through
block
them?
hooks.
Okay. Are you sure?
I'm.
I
not
feel like you're
100%
right, but
positive.
then I also am not sure.
I think it got changed so that it doesn't block it. Man. Cannot hit couriers, ancient creeps, Roshan familiars.
Warlock,
Warlock
Golem.
Golem, Primal Spirit, Spirits, Astral, Spirit, and Invulnerable or hidden units.
Thank you, Benwu.
No problem. I got you.
So what else will OG get? Damage for the Chrono. There's the Death Prophet. There's the Invoker. There's Lina.
A lot of these terrible versus Nyx, though. They're just awful versus Nyx.
Yeah, it's mostly int carries.
They need a way to get on top of the Keeper. I don't feel like they have a good way to like deal with the Keeper right now.
Birds.
Yeah, birds are alright. You still can't like actually like find them. And we talked about Blinding Light earlier too, so he's actually one of the supports that can fend off this army of
10
birds
seconds
trying to
remaining.
peck out his eyes.
Ishi doesn't care what you're picking, you know?
G's turn
They want us to storm. So they're gonna storm.
Taking pages out of the VP playbook.
Keeper storm.
You do you.
You do you.
This is the you do you draft. I mean, they've used a little reserve time, but only a little.
10 seconds remaining.
Oracle actually has a hard time dealing with Pudge, I think, because like the hook just brings you so far out of position, and
Yep.
Oracles
Turn
they don't really get I mean, they do get Aether ones, but they don't have the farm for Aether ones or Blink generally, and also a lot of trouble dealing with Storm Spirit.
I
too.
think way more with the storm, because storm just jumps on top of you, and you're like, okay, well, I can't. I don't do anything.
So with this, it's a core Visage, right? Which means they're looking for the Ana hero for mid,
5
unless
seconds
they're
remaining.
switching up
yeah,
the role something crazy.
Reserve time.
I mean,
Does that mean the No-Tail
Core Monkey
Arc
King.
Warden or Meepo is off the menu?
Meepo, I think, is off the menu. Arc Warden,
Or if it's picked, it's on the menu for EG to devour and dismember.
is this a good anti-mage game?
it's pretty good, but you'd have to run it mid? Sounds awful.
I
It's
mean,
pretty good though,
Miracle has been a
but
proponent of the mid anti-mage,
it's really bad versus Void though.
G's turn to
like with Void.
Ursa Warrior.
Oh god, not an anti-mage
With
game.
Void, yeah.
OG's turn.
Not an anti-mage game.
What else do you have as your one? Do you have to go Invoker?
I mean, Void could be their one.
Oh, sorry. What do you go mid?
Yeah, Invoker seems good.
I'm trying to think of any other options that would be good for them.
5 seconds remaining.
Death Prophet we mentioned. Death
They're
Prophet's
pretty
good.
pretty weak against Storm.
Death Prophet?
Reserve
No, their lineup right now,
5
like,
seconds
yeah.
remaining.
excluding the 5th pick.
Like they need
Earth Shaker.
Mid shaker,
What?
mid Monkey King?
mid. Oh,
I would love to see mid Monkey King.
the mid king.
I mean, Monkey King lanes very nicely against Storm. You could pressure him
I
hard
would be
with Jingu.
so happy to see that.
Well, OG are gonna keep us in boundless.
We have no
suspense
idea.
right now.
Is it actually boundless suspense?
Wait, Sumail Pudge? Okay, no, they're just cosmeticing.
Cosmeticing.
There's got to be a better word for that.
There was a time where Puppy
Playing dress up.
took Storm into the
That's
jungle.
It's 2 words, I guess.
Cosmeticking.
Playing dress up sounds like you're on one of those websites
Oh, on a
dressing up
Huh?
waifus.
What?
I mean, I don't know about those websites. I've heard those websites.
What websites are you talking about? Never mind. I don't want to know.
5
Twitch chat
seconds
knows.
remaining.
Okay, so it's a mid Void.
Oh, we were hoping for the mid king or the mid shaker. We get
No,
that.
it should be mid Visage, right?
Oh, yeah.
You put
Yeah,
Ana
you're
in the
right.
safe lane and then mid Visage. We need to get Parker watching this game.
Yes, he's actually here.
He's
I
been
almost,
on and
I almost
off.
feel like we need to bring him in for the laning stage. Get that So basically, his explanation of mid-visage is you max gravekeepers, you just sit in the lane and get your 6. You basically do nothing until you're 6,
Yep.
and then you have birds.
You
then
just
you do things.
no, you just can't be killed.
Yeah,
And
you're
then,
just impossible to gank, but like kind of chill mid and do
yeah,
nothing.
level 6. You slow some support, or I would like to say slow some kids, and then the birds come, and you got them.
Kids.
Lumi, this has been the creepiest draft from you yet this tournament.
Well, the Kato and
The-
the kids and
Yeah, the coddle, the kids, the waifu dress-up site. I mean, hopefully it ends now the game ends, but
I'm just showing my my breath, my whiff
Brett.
breath
Your-
of knowledge.
your breath. Somehow it comes out breath. I love it.
What am I trying to say?
Brett. There's
Breath.
a D. Brett.
Dude, TH sound is super hard for non-natives. Let me tell you.
Well, here's the Lord of Lechery himself, keeper of the waifu.
You know, someone photoshopped my face on Kados, and it's just like very, very uncannily like accurate.
He don't cares.
Dude, it's the yin yang fox choreo again.
You don't know the relevancy of that?
Isn't just relevance.
The relevance?
It's relevancy.
I don't know.
It's just relevance.
Do you know the relevance of this? Any cares?
You know, Arteezy 2 is a lot less boisterous than Arteezy Classic.
Yes. He is speaking a lot in all chat nowadays.
Stop talk, please.
Relevancy is a synonym for relevance.
Okay.
I don't know actually know what the difference is. It just says something relevant. Anyways.
Well, I found Jerax.
Quick, turn into a tree for more move speed.
Do you guys remember how was Anna's vote yesterday? I mean, they lost the series, but
It was okay. His chronos were decent.
So, you know, I haven't seen Monkey King at all since the big nerfs. So the big change obviously was Basher does not work, and Wukong's command for the statues. But since then, he's got nothing but buffs. Like, can one of you guys walk through like some of the changes, like where you feel like Monkey King is at as a hero nowadays? Is he still as like effective of an early roamer?
They changed his ulti too. I think they made him a lot tankier during the ultimate.
you get like absurd amount of armor.
yeah, you
when
get
you're-
armor, but you don't get that much damage.
Right.
Oh yeah, plus 8, 14, 20. That's a lot.
Yeah.
The battle begins.
Okay. So he's no longer this ticking time bomb. Like once you get Basher, like team fights are almost impossible to take. But
Yeah.
still a strong like team fighting support. Would you say overall?
Yeah, he gets a lot of good vision.
What are his talents?
Oh, I think they buffed Boundless Strike too. Yeah. They
Yeah,
buffed
by
Boundless Strike
25%
damage.
output.
So pretty much his ulti's not as OP, but his other spells are all slightly better, I believe. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Oh, he's a courier.
Yep.
Easy 350.
Don't mind me. They're actually not going to mind him at all. Like, we'll quickly move in. Jerax, though, trying to get in position here on Anna, turning back for Universe. Strong dual lane for EG. They get aggressive. Meanwhile, bottom, it's going to be an Ursa versus an Earthshaker.
That is no fun for Shaker. No fun for any melee. Really.
I mean, he got clap at 1, so S4 could actually like sort of trade with him for a little bit.
Seems like this EG dual lane is wrecking so far. But OG want to change that. Gonna wrap around here, revving up the Fortune's End. They lock down Zai, but Zai will just TP away. Universe forced back. Should be okay. The one lane we haven't looked at is No-Tail in the mid-visage versus Sumail.
Wow, what a player. He even dodged the Fortune Z to keep his... Oh, wait, he popped another clarity. I thought he dodged it to keep his clarity rolling. I was like, dang.
So far, Sumail seems to be dominating mid pretty hard. But we'll see how the game develops.
Once you get more levels into your cloak, you get to trade more effectively as well. So I think the lane goes better for No-Tail.
But his problem is being able to last hit right now. It's 30 CS.
Seems like, you know, Sumail could just shove the lane into the tower and
Yeah, you
Gets
don't have
kinda
any
hard for the
room
Visage.
control as Visage. That's a.
No, you grave
pretty
chill
bad
a creep and just
But you can't push out the wave.
Book
then you,
it.
Then you lose out tons of XP.
so far Crit sticking around bottom. The other dual lane does find a DD. Has gone for the route level 1. Gonna grab Bounty Rune. Maybe you can make that rotation on the Visage. As the hook now.
Do you guys find it surprising that Zai is playing essentially the 5 here and Crit is playing the 4?
I think it's like a hero specific thing.
Well, mid might get dove very soon. Sumail about to have a full wave. No Tail has finally put in his second point in Grave Keeper.
Oh yeah!
On point.
Fresh. But it seems like just enough
Dude.
from the grave chill. No, or is it? Or is it? It's close. Auto attack. He gets it. 300 billion range melee.
He's
No
missing so
problem.
many creeps at tower.
Yeah.
That's sad. Well,
Meanwhile, there was a kill up top. 1-1 the score. As Universe did go down.
Zai usually plays a keeper though, so it is a little strange. I don't see position 5. I guess Misery plays position 5 Pudge. It's not super uncommon, but more rare because Zai usually plays the Pudge too.
Solo kill, RTZ.
Yeah, just ran the Shaker down. Has the superior move speed, even with the double stun, and the enchant totem doesn't hit hard enough for him to try and turn that one around.
I think S4 needs to go for that low pull from this point on because RTZ has face boots now, and there's no way Shaker could lane.
Well, he's out of mana,
Yeah.
so that helps a lot.
You get this experience and then go from there.
Still, he's getting a lot of CS. 13 CS in the
Mid
off
lane,
lane.
Jirax flying in, but
Sumail waltzing out. So far looking pretty good for EG aside from Universe on the Nyx, but he is up against the tri-lane and still getting his levels, so has to be happy enough with that.
Pudge coming in. Is he going to get the hook? Negative.
Just worried about no-tail CS here, down 10 already. Simultaneously, looks like Fly wants to set something up on Sumail. Would love to kill him off before
Top
he
lane.
hits 6, but yeah, chase on the Zai, top lane, worming his way through the trees. There's the bash. Probably enough for a kill. No, the 2-hero stun, but
That's
Universe
Balance Strike.
might get him back to safety. Balance Strike comes in. Needs a little bit more damage, though. The range on these melee attacks come over here. Jax almost gets pulled into Zai's clutches, but Zai will barely live to tell the tale. Fly did try to jump Sumail, but Sumail able to dodge away from that.
That was a beautiful
Up to level
2-man
6.
impale. Gets another 2-man impale, or sorry, another impale.
Yeah, Anna's taking some punishment here. Just trying to rush the Midas.
so far I'm watching this Monkey King and I'm not certain that
You're
he's
not
gonna.
feeling it?
Yeah. And this is supposedly one of his strong phases, right? Like the whole Jingu mastery, zoning and harassing.
Yeah, I would say so. It's supposed to be one of his stronger points, especially if he goes Poor Man's Shield. If you go Poor Man's Shield, you do that. If you go Boots, you roam him around with your jump. He also has a Void as his partner, though. I think if he actually had a better hero to slow or to stun them so he could actually get his stacks on, then it would be a lot more effective. So I also think the inherent lane partner is very bad.
Well, they had the Oracle, but since then Oracle had to move bottom.
Yeah, that TP. That TP salvaged the lane
is under attack.
for EG.
Uh-oh, S4.
No teleport scroll. In a lot of trouble. Gets the fissure off, but going to be slowed down by Crit. Does go in with the Echo. Fly's trying to support him, but
Okay,
try to nuke
one
down
more.
Crit. Needs one more nuke. Oh, does manage to kill Crit off. No, the deny actually is going to negate a lot of that. Looks like they're trying to set up here top lane in the meanwhile with the Illuminate, but still eyes on Fly. Almost tanks up the clap. Is able to escape from Fuzzy Wuzzy. And the birds are online, so is this the big turning point for No Tail? Can he get this mid lane back in control? Because right now he's getting out CS fairly heavily.
And he went for a 1-2-2 build, not the 1-1-3. Oh, the hook! Oh. Whew. That was real close.
Was that a length issue or the angle? I couldn't tell because of the
I think
lag.
slightly of both.
That is an ugly pudge.
What? I think that pudge looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks like an angry
I said
board.
ugly, not like poorly made.
So
That is not a face a
Ugly
mother
has
would love.
the negative connotation, man. I thought you were
No,
flaming.
it's like it's very good at being ugly. It's an impressive piece of ugliness, Lumi.
it sounds like he's flaming me more and more.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that is. Would you kiss that face? Let me put it that way. Absolutely not. That's what I thought.
I wouldn't mind getting dismembered.
You want
No,
that
I'm kidding.
that pig to take a bite out of you. Ugh.
S4 is
He's getting
Yeah.
pounded here by Arteezy. Respect.
He did.
Ursa. Not sure if he was expecting help or something.
It's a pretty terrible lane. No-tail gets jumped. Crit. No.
Gotta respect those birds.
With another rune. What do you know? Hasten double damage, moving the way top. Courier. Monkey King.
Really anything?
fly away, bird.
Ooh, see ya.
Okay, okay.
Oh, even Sumail's not
That
there
was
for
some
that.
parkour.
Parkour King. I like it. Here comes the smoke gank, though, from OG. If they can find a kill here, could well set them up for a tower takedown with these familiars. Though
No
the
Echo
creeper is
Slam,
not
though.
really there,
I don't know.
so maybe not. But they should be able to get Arteezy. But lock them down. The familiars come in, fissure, and easy Ursa kill.
Alright. Visage damage.
Didn't have his ulti up. Had to use it to kill S4. So I would say this lane's not going that bad. Look at the CS. S4 is 40. Ursa also has 40. Yeah, he died 3 times, but that's still way more than you usually get out of a Shaker in this early game. And now they will convert it into a tower.
This is the beauty of the Visage.
Yep.
And unlike, say Death Prophet, there's no real downtime on this
Oh, a
pushing
jump
potential.
on to mid. Fly tries to get this creep wave out, but
Staying alive, Sumail. Oh, one last gasp. He's not going to
Yo,
make it.
could turn
He's
around.
got the stick.
The birds.
He's got the bottle, but the bird control is there. The hook back from Crit. Maybe enough to save him. Jerax hunts him out. Wants to bring him down. Doesn't have the mana for the Boundless Strike.
This Putch, though.
Crit making the plays. S4, though, was just pushing in that bottom lane to get the tower.
S4 has Blink?
Oh, no, he's gotten treads.
Okay. It's like 0 gold? Blink coming out?
No.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
looks like Ursa going to be able to do a very early Roche at this pace. It's doing very well.
If the birds don't scout him out.
Yeah,
That's
if
the
the
other
birds don't
aspect
scout him
of the Visage.
Monkey King, too. Monkey
The
King's
Roche
also
Pit
very
is a
good.
scary place to be between the Chrono, the birds, the Fissure. Here, it's all about the Pudge to save you.
I don't think I've ever seen Monkey King and ES on the same team. It's like having 2 fissures.
And sometimes they cross each other. Looks pretty. Who needs Kunk anyway? Oh.
Some
Trees
tree
for
on
days.
tree
This is
action.
a meta tree.
Uh-oh. Jump.
Sumail says, get the hell out of there. But he walks right into S4, who has the Echo, the Boundless Strike to start it off. He's almost out of mana. Big commitment for Jerax. Will he get the kill? He will. Then up to the high ground. Outmaneuvering them. OG get baited. Sumail makes
Yeah.
the money play.
Very good control by the Storm, making sure that he's never going to get Echo
But
top.
at the same time, looking to make their move on Arteezy. OG want to strike back. They're committing a lot to try and kill him off. Fuzzy Wuzzy eventually will fall. That might be another tower with no town here with the birds.
Good hook, though, to at least get something out of it. And mid tower is already getting pressure. I don't think this top tower is going to fall. It's still at 100% HP. We have Universe and Sumail will claim this easy tower. Yeah, Jerax has not been able to do that much at all.
I guess, we'll play around his ult, see how that combos up with a Chrono.
But it doesn't do any damage now. And he only has 1 in.
It'll make them Chinese computer lag. Good land pick.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lumi was born on the streets. He understands the real intricacies of Dota. It's not about micro or
That's
item
like
selection.
the equivalent of throwing sand in someone's eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be dirty, but you can't
Hey.
deny it's effective, Ben.
If it wins, it wins.
S4.
This is a
Don't
tough
go for this
kill,
range.
But Universe finds him
Ooh.
impaled. It's going to set up the hook. Nice combo play simultaneously. Up top, they want a piece of Arteezy. They're probably going to get him here too. Ana hounding him, and in comes the Oracle Snare. Now the follow-up, boundless strike connection, claps. It takes forever and a day to kill, but eventually it will fall. Still an even Stevens game overall. Only about a 2K gold lead for EG.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Manageable, but this Storm a bit out of control.
The conversion rate on this gank.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Uh-oh. Universe is a Quelling Blade, but didn't really try to chop too many trees down.
Tower is under attack.
Very scared. At least they're still aware of the Monkey King. They're probably still traumatized from that Monkey King era.
It's really annoying to try and like defend your towers now. You've got familiars hunting you, Monkey King sneaking through the trees. They're gonna try to set up on Ana. The backstab
Ooh.
won't be happening as Crit cuts it off, and now Sumail position makes something happen. This punch has been on point.
One thing that we saw from Ana's Void was that I think he went for Lincoln's first last time, and it was just super slow.
Yep.
And he got destroyed because it was just way too slow.
That was more of a team thing, right? It wasn't like particularly his control wasn't good or anything.
Well, he wasn't able to offer that much in the team fights because he had like perseverance, right?
Right.
So this game he's going for Midas. So if he wants to contribute to team fights, he can still keep his farm up, which like perseverance is similar amount of gold, close enough to the to where you can compare them, and he can actually do both, contribute to his team and keep his farm up.
They want to Roche, it looks like perhaps. S4 in the middle lane. Does get caught out by Sumail. Keeps on chasing him out, wants to make something happen. Has the Echo Slam, the hook though.
Oh my
with
God.
The denies again. Crit threading the needle. Sumail getting bailed out time and time again.
I did not know Crit was such a good push.
This is why perhaps they swapped, as you mentioned, Lemmy.
His hooks have been on point. Ooh, he's also pretty rich.
I'm interested to see how many flesh sheep he's gonna get once he levels it up. Because I feel like he's participated into a bunch of kills.
8 out of 12, counting kills and assists.
Not as good as DDC yesterday. Over 100% participation rate.
What does that mean?
Means it's easier with 2 Raxes down. Because you only need to defend 1 more run.
Someone was telling me the Vlad one's a whole lot of swearing. Basically, it's like, oh yeah, what the fuck is going on?
I'm not surprised.
I still remember that TI where Vlad had to cast every game because none of the Russian casters got visas. It was TI2, I think. He did the whole event solo casting, I believe.
Well, it should be easier now, right?
Vila is a warrior.
A legend of Dota.
There was that drama.
What drama?
Drama about Vila.
What
We
drama?
won't go into drama.
What drama, Ben?
Everyone else knows.
I
You
don't-
guys are not drama fiends.
The Waga thing?
No.
That was like 5 years ago.
Another jump about to happen on top. Jerax trying to be safe on the bottom lane, but they are swarming this tower. Arteezy has been very slow on his farm after winning the lane.
They do find Arteezy. Familiar stuns. 1, 2. They got him. Now Ana dropping the chrono. Big commitment. And the Trees Lurks Universe looking to turn this around, but S4 finds the ball. Fissure cuts off Zai. Do they go on him? Now Sumail wants to run that. It's a pretty deep dive to try and kill off the keeper, and they have to be careful as S4 is controlled. He's about 2/3 the way to that Blink Dagger. Doesn't want to die now.
There's a lot of discipline for them to not go on that keeper.
Yeah.
That was tempting.
But Chrono was down, tower was still up. I don't know if they knew that the Shrine was still down, but it's an additional factor to consider.
I'm surprised that at least the birds and just swoop in and see what they could do.
I didn't realize you were such a drama fiend, Ben.
Oh no, I'm not. I just read about it. I was like, oh okay, it's mildly interesting. And then move on with my day.
But you did read about it. It did pique your interest.
I think it's more like it was there and
It
Ben
was
saw
there.
it.
Oh!
There's a hook!
No.
There's no follow-up.
fast enough with the dismember. There's some of those pudges that you can't even cast any sort of instant cast spell after they hook. It's like they have, it's like they're scripting, but they're not. They're just that good at eating.
I mean, you're supposed to you're supposed to cast Dismember. You
As
click
the
on them before the hook completes, right?
Yeah.
Which isn't like that hard. It's just
Well, they did nerf the travel time. They nerf travel time on it? Travel speed, I think.
did they?
Something about that.
Pudge was
This was a while ago. This is back when Pudge was like super picked all the time. Oh. Juicy plus 100 right there. Juicy.
Sumail wants a little juice as well. 4 familiars.
Surprised they gave Aegis to Ursa. I guess they don't want him to fall off because at the rate he's going right now, he's just going to die in all the team fights. But
I think they were maybe worried about OG trying to like jump into the pit or something as well. Shaker is very close to the blink.
they're going to need some really quick blinding lights to break up the combo. Right now, the way the fights go down, it's like Chrono, just like dump the Oracle damage, and then Soul Summon comes out, and then dump another Oracle, Purifying Flames, and the person's dead. That's a lot of damage in about 2-3 seconds. They need to be able to break it up. Like Nyx needs to be able to blink in the back line and stun them.
Sumail might be walking into a trap here. They saw him pop this invis. They want to set up on the high ground, but he has assumed the low ground as Jerax jumps through the trees. Sumail is going to try to make his move. He walks into S4. Oh, he's so quick, but the Echo still finds him. Enchant Totem. Look for the dunk. Chrono committed. The Sumail hate parade has arrived, and down he goes. So worth. So worth.
Blink reveal. Well, he has almost instant respawn, and he did manage to spend his gold beforehand. So not that bad for them.
That was really nice tracking by S4. Just anticipated where he would stop after that jump, and Blink echoed like as he was midair with the ball lightning.
That could have easily been a disaster, though.
We didn't really get to appreciate its full beauty because, you know, perfect world, but very well done.
So face of will be going for Lincolns after the Midas. Was a block here. Dismember, very good to block. Electric Vortex, pretty good.
Mana Leak.
Mana Leak, also very good to block.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Lincoln's is always weird. You know, you don't want it to block too much stuff because then that means anything can break it, but you want it to block enough useful
Just the
things.
right amount.
You know, it's
I
the
really
Goldilocks syndrome item.
The HP on there is really good though. So you don't die. Like it allows you to get your Chrono off simply because of the HP on it. Strength value.
Birds.
Ooh, No-Tail didn't go drums this time. He's going drums. Sorry, Axe Lincolns.
Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't get the drums this game. I think like his team needs attack speed. Faceless Void. I get Faceless Void with the attack speed talent instead of the strength.
I feel like they're much more spell based. Maybe that's why he skipped the drum this game.
But
right?
birds.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
birds, Lumi.
The birds.
Think of the birds.
like look at how they killed the storm last fight,
Yeah.
right? It was just like Oracle doing, you know, at least half the damage.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they value that extra third stun. I think the third stun is pretty value. Combined with Echo, that's like good, what, 6 seconds maybe? Yeah, they have no combo breaker on EG. They need a Glimmer. Oh, Keeper actually rushed Glimmer first. That's
skip.
That is actually such a good
rush.
play. Surprisingly. Usually it's like
I mean,
rush is
Their own baby Oracle.
The combo breaker is actually the Pudge, right?
There's so much stuff in the fight though. Like the Void can just actually just tank the hook. I think right now.
And then walk back in it.
As long as Ursa dies, I think they're okay with the way that the fight goes down. Or Storm, whomever it is.
BG will scout out a flock of birds moving on to mid. They don't see these heroes, but they've got a nice aggro ward planted down if OG commit onto them.
There's no way they can take this fight without Ursa.
Yeah, Sumail is a haste room bottled. Got to be careful how you approach if you're or OG. Right?
Oh wait, they can recall him. Huh. Forgot about recall.
They seem to expect something is not right. Some good deep wards, like Eve just suggesting that OG's in the neighborhood. Oh, they might find crit. Yes, sirree. Pudge has been detected. Don't know if EG attempt to fight this now. TP out from Sumail. Goodbye, my old friend. It'll take a little while. Fissure. Sorry, the boundless strike coming through. Yeah, look at the really does look a lot like Fissure.
I found the timing of that smoke very interesting because Ursa still has his Aegis. And it almost felt like they wanted to take a fight into the Aegis, but Ursa, as you guys mentioned, wasn't there, even with the recall.
How are you guys feeling about the long-term prospects for these teams? Like, on one hand, you've got the Sumail Storm. On the other, OG have quite a few scaling cores.
I think Storm can go off this game.
I feel like Storm has to go off this game because Ursa, to me, is getting control pretty hard.
He's just there to tank. As long as he needs to pop Enrage before Chrono. If that happens, I think they will crush the fight. But he hasn't been able to do so yet, I think. And also, we haven't seen any punch hooks from the Chronosphere, so these team fights have been going EG's way, OG's way, but Evil Geniuses have not been executing their team fight to its finest potential. The finest.
I think it's actually pretty even, because I see that Kato could scale amazingly once the Axe online. Nyx is also pretty good for these kind of fights that's really relying on positioning and stuff like that.
There's the hook to start it off. S4 gets pulled in. He went for the Enchant Totem, but Dismember beats him to it. EG start the fight off with a clean pick. Now they ball in. They want Ana. Sumail not quite able to find him. Going deeper. Looking for No-Tail. That's a very tanky target to try and control, though, with the Gravekeeper's Cloak. And now the Wukong's command is going to discourage EG aggression uphill. They get forced back a little bit. Still, though, the Shaker has to buy back, recommit. Again, crit with these hooks. He's managed to control the Oracle now. Echo came through. Now the double fissure combo from OG, but is it enough? Now fighting through the Boundless Strike, and we'll be able to kill him off. Now Sumail jumps away. So it ends up being a 2 for 2 there with a buyback, I believe. Sumail getting a Bloodstone charge, though. He has to tap the Shrine, balls the low ground with it. The fissure comes through. Stun number 1, stun number 2, and stun number 3 as the Chronosphere rains down. The blinding light is there, but No-Tail can kill him off anyway with the power of the Soul Assumption.
Great blinding light pushed Monkey King out of his ultimate. He got False Promise, so he was going to stay in there and try and beat everyone down. But yeah, False Promise wasn't enough to keep him inside. Great buyback by S4 right there. Yep, that was probably kind of a tough call, but they were right on his Shrine, so easy for him to just
Perhaps a mistake for Sumail to be chasing so aggressively into the Shrine, which I think in turns made the buyback better.
They didn't have Shaker though, so he thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And they also hooked the Oracle. Did Oracle die that
No,
time?
he false promised himself and
Yeah.
lived.
What?
Oracle's fine.
He false promised the
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
he false
Oracle
promised
just like
himself.
face edict himself. What is
Oh,
Pudge
just
gonna do?
Okay.
Like hit him.
hit him with his fan.
But
yeah,
Oracle's like a huge distraction in these fights, you know?
Yep,
EG spent a lot of time going after him. We saw that in some of the previous games.
that's what he does.
Even if you kill him, it takes a while.
I didn't really watch how the like quote unquote 1v1 went between the Storm and Visage, but I imagine Visage actually could tank a lot of Storm's initial burst, right?
Don't
now
have
that
to
he
call-
has Solar, yeah, especially.
Just sits there and
Going on Visage is very risky for EG.
right.
Like, they were going uphill into a Shrine, and they were initiating on a Visage.
Ana?
Got the Lincolns. Oh, blocked enough. Jumps away.
He wants
Might
to
still
fight.
die.
Arteezy trying to duel here, gets bashed. Ana knew that one was coming, and now they can punish this, perhaps dropping the Wukong's command. They engage, Boundless Strike coming through. Ana taking the man
Oh,
fight,
the
getting
hook.
the bashes, but the hook from distance, crit, instant cancel on the Dismember. Now has to turn and run as the False Promise did come through. The chase forward, leaping on the Universe, pouncing in, gets the stun off. Where's
Bash.
that bash? Ana not getting it when he really wants it. Meanwhile, on the top lane, S4's found Sumail. Another death for Sumail. Down to 4 Bloodstone charges. 3 deaths in a row. Probably the worst mid-game I've seen on a Sumail Storm.
And who's up?
Hey, bada. This is a softball. OG are definitely taking this road.
I don't think that Ursa had the double overpower up for that kill. Tough times.
Cheese, Aegis, all of it for Ana. Actually does pass it off to S4. But OG are on the hunt now.
S4 is really on point this game.
Oh, they found one. Catching out Arteezy. He's just a boy who wants to hit Ancients, but OG are not going to let him do that for free. Fissure comes through. Familiars descend. The flock arrives, and death by 1,000 pecks. He will fall.
Not 1,000 thwacks. None of that.
Huh?
Remember the first day, the PL, the thwack thwack.
But that's not the sound the familiar makes.
Yeah. Come on, Lumi. You got to mix it up here.
All right.
1,000 thwacks.
This game makes me dislike Ursa even more than I already dislike
Ursa has not had a good success rate. Him and Tidehunter. I would say the goats of the tournament, and I don't mean the greatest of all time when I say that.
I mean, he did okay against Shaker.
Yeah, sort
Killed
of,
him a
but
couple
like,
times.
I mean, like Ben was pointing out,
Look at the
Shaker was
matchup.
farming well. Oh, he got one. Found Ana. Sport comes in looking to save him, but Ana just time walks it off. The Lincoln Sphere pays off. Yeah, this Lincoln's has been very valued this game.
Yeah, Pudge needs a force staff to deal with it.
I mean, they've been trying to kind of combine it together with the mana burn from Nyx, but hard to get everything.
Well, they can hit an impale.
Yeah.
But even so, what if they false promise him, he turns around Chronos and they just lose the fight? That could easily happen.
Sure. I think in that engagement there, if Ursa was alive during that point, they get that kill. Pretty simple. But he was dead for like 2 more seconds.
OG seems like they might want to consider a high ground siege here. They've got the familiars out, and they get to work on this tower. Hook catches only the melee creep. Crit going to be looking for a better one on round number 2. Now the glyph committed. EG not overly interested in defending. They are pushing out mid with the Ursa. Only now is Sumail TP'd home. Another hook attempted. Birds just keep on wailing away at this tower. No tail sticking around. And now down below half health. Or just about anyway, as Ana has blinked into the trees. It's a bold maneuver. He knows.
Oh.
He gets pushed out. Crit now, trying to make something happen. That Lincoln Sphere gets broken, but remember, he holds the Aegis. This isolates Crit in the end.
Oh my
Ana
God.
time walks all of it off. The Wukong's command is dropped even. S4 hangs onto the Echo there. Thought he was going to blow that as well. Now the tower about to fall. Visage continuing to do work here. He is the real building hitter for OG, and that with the Enchant Totems, getting the job done. Sumail still trying to find an opening in these fights, has completed the Orchid. OG knocking, banging, crushing the front door.
Turns out these familiars don't get countered by the Coddle at all with Gravekeepers.
Yep. I thought the Blinding Light was going to do a bit more, but then No-Tail just like puts on his stone floor and then hits the building again. I think the bigger problem is that the Ags on the Coddle is so delayed because he had to go for the Glimmer. Because traditionally, back in Monkey King's heyday, Coddle is seen quote-unquote as one of the counters, right? Like being able to see where he is pretty much at all times.
Right.
Is that even a big deal though? Like I think even if they see the Monkey King, it's like who cares?
Well, I mean, you won't get Wukong command like they just did, like by the trees and stuff.
I don't even think that matters though. Like the Pudge would have died anyways.
Well, it's just like Wukong command makes it hard to defend against the pushes. I
Yeah.
mean, the bird's already hard enough to defend against. Now there's a Wukong command you have to charge through.
I think the Glimmer should have put them in this place where they don't lose people during Chrono, but it failed because of, I would say, poor positioning by EG, like the people that get chronoed. And like RTZ has been caught out a lot. I would say Sumail's died a couple of times as well. So they're like, they have the Glimmer, but they can't use it because no one's together, and they're getting picked apart. Also, I think a lot of it is like the split push pressure from the birds. Like they have a lot of issues pushing out the lanes, even with recall.
This is the second time we've seen, or where this point is such a big part. The game 1 where they were down Rex, I think the statement was, we didn't even feel like they were down Rex, right? The birds were doing such a good job pushing out the lanes.
Is Visage first phase banned against him now?
I don't know about first phase.
I mean, they play as a 1 and a 5, right? Like it's so
the five
versatile.
the 5 was not effective though. Like the one game they played it. I don't know if it was the Visage's fault. I can't really remember the game.
Well, I think another thing about it is that they can run it with like any strat or any heroes that they have. It's not like they don't have any minus armor on their team. They don't have like that great of synergy. They don't have like any ways to buff up. No alacrity this time. Sometimes they do have that with the Visage, but he's still doing a lot. And then game 1, it got crushed in lane, and he still does a lot. So I don't know. I think that's might be a smart move going forward if OG advance further on in the tournament.
I wonder if another part of how this game is going is that Storm just struggles to kill these heroes.
He's not supposed to.
He's not getting many clean kills.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't think he's getting any help. Like he's zipping in, and then no one else is around
Yeah,
him.
isn't like shouldn't the Knicks be like walking around? You find one Storm, combos it up, but we haven't been seeing.
It's really hard for, like, to get into the fight. You've got to worry about the Boundless Strike, the Wukong's Command, the Chrono, the Echo Fissure. Like, there's so much control that without a BKB, like,
Yeah.
there's way too many ways to punish you when anyone jumps in, be it Storm or Nyx.
And even if you jump someone, you can still get false promise. So it's like not even guaranteed if you find like a good target like Shaker. If Shaker's out in the open, normally you go on him, but right now he has cheese. False promise cheese, it's over.
I guess the room for error for Storm this game is quite low as well because the stuns are coming in from like a mile away, right?
I think that's
Blink Fissure.
Yeah, I think that's really the big point. Is like EG's draft is almost entirely built around enabling Storm. Ursa's not going to carry the game later. Right? It has to be Storm, and OG are just too good at punishing Sumail's dives. He can't really make plays. He's had a few mistakes as well in a game where you need to be, like you said, Lumi, pretty close to flawless. And now it's going to take some major overextensions by OG for him to come back. Now, granted, high ground is probably the best place for that to happen.
He also didn't get that first Aegis. I think that's also a big deal because they gave their Aegis to Ursa, but they didn't actually use it.
No.
Remember, they like
Yeah.
didn't use it for that fight, whereas Sumail, I think, died while Ursa had Aegis.
Yes.
And he could snowball a lot harder.
And we'll see S4 prediction jump with the.
Trying to bait
Echo.
with Sumail, but he knows that Ana is going to blink Chrono if he's not careful. Now they're in danger of getting separated here as EG's gone on a big flank. They wanted Fly first. They try to find him. The Boundless Strike comes out from Jerix. The
Oh,
hook back on
no!
Arteezy saves Fly. Secret Agent crit. Costing EG a lot here. Now Ana's on the hunt, is able to purge up crit, lock him down. He'll be sacrificed for the greater good as they scramble to retreat. There goes the snare, locking Universe in position for now. Ana still hunts forward, time walking in. And in the end, the Pudge just TP'd out. They don't even care about him, apparently, it looks like. So Universe now being controlled nicely by Ana, still trying to hold on to that Chrono, and he will do so successfully. Yeah, they just let the Pudge go, I guess.
They're going Matt's Lincolns. Earthshaker's getting Lincolns too.
Bit unfortunate there for EG.
Yep.
Arteezy blinking in at the split second that the crit hook comes out.
So now that OG is kind of firmly in control, do you think that this Monkey King would have been better than, let's say, a Kunkka?
Hard to say because I think Kunkka's a lot worse at laning. Because like the way he played the lane, he just like stood up there and beat them with Jingu, and they couldn't.
Well, he wasn't even doing that very well,
He
right?
wasn't, but Kunkka can't do that. Like Kunkka, you just torrent, but it does no damage.
Right.
And, like Nyx has a ton of regen, but in terms of a team fight, yeah, I think Kunkka would have been similar.
I mean, like, I think it catches the Storm a bit better. It combos a lot better with your Chronosphere.
Speaking
Oh,
of
big team fight breaking out. Ana finds 2. Actually 3 with the Chrono. Now looking for the follow-up. The Echo still ready. They lock down Sumail. If they can kill up this Storm Spirit, it's a big Chromie bowls out. Barely living. Hanging on still, though. A 2-hero fissure. The follow-up lockdown overwhelming from OG as they still managed to get 2 kills. Even with Sumail making that last-second escape, OG now about to break the base. Universe will try to hold here. No buybacks. This could be the end. The boys in blue are in shambles. OG surging. The right time. They'll look for the tier 3 tower. This is going to be a second lane of Rax creeps are shoving in the bottom lane right now. The blinding light delays it for now, but those familiars keep on working. Relentless aggression. Sumail jumping in, jumping out, trying to bait something from OG, trying to stall, but their eyes are firmly fixed on the prize, and now they're going to find Universe here. Glimmer Cape trying to keep him alive, but it's those familiars, man. That and the Enchant Totems just wrecking these buildings. Another melee down. And one step closer en route to a top 4 finish here. They're looking for more, though. Sumail trying to get something on the way out. The fissure comes through, connects on 2, delaying and preventing that crit hook that could bait OG into a bad fight. Mono League, no tail. He endures it and then keep on walking back.
I just want to see a chugga.
A what?
That's the Monkey King. Oh,
Chugga.
yeah. Close to the sound it makes. Very systematic, slow siege coming out from OG. Oracle just sitting away at the back line, doing whatever he wants. It's pretty great. They're all also very good at protecting the Oracle. Like, Fly is able to...
They could throw 3 Lincolns on him.
Yeah. That's the dream.
Back to back Lincolns for your 5
But
position.
even the time that they jumped Oracle in the mid lane where they botched the kill, like they still had that instant strike coming out from the Monkey King. I think that's something that he offers that the Kunkka can't, is that instant range AoE stun
That's definitely true, yeah.
to help your bros out.
Dude, whenever that sound happens, I'm like, oh, the oven's ready. That void taunt.
Here comes OG Universe in the midst of the squad, and so too Crit is revealed now. Trying to make their moves, they jump and they try to lock down the Shaker, but the Shaker with the Yules is able to turn things around. Now Fly's there to heal him up. Boundless Strike onto the Pudge. Sumail's used his whole pool of mana, and Ana is onto him. Has the Bloodstone deny, thinking about focusing down the Echo commitment. They get the kill out for a minute. This Storm is in shambles. TP out from the Pudge, but who really cares? He's not much of a factor at this point. Zai trying to make his escape. Ana slams the door on him as well.
That's Gem on the ground.
Storm has 2 Bloodstone charges.
That's pretty much game at this point.
That
That's
is
like
pitiful,
just-
especially by Sumail standards.
He gets disarmed. Like, he has all these items, but he still can't kill anyone. Even if he orcas up a target and they can't cast any spells, he just gets disarmed by Monkey King, and then what?
Like, who do you go on? You know, they try to go on S4, he just heals himself. You go on Fly, and the Chrono is there to counter-initiate. They can chuck those Lincolns on him. At this point, they just can't kill anyone to start the fight. And their lineup is just predicated on picking someone. Like, their team fight's not that good. It's all about the Nyx, Pudge, Storm trio finding that opening kill.
I think that gank on bottom where, like, Earthshaker died to Ursa, and then Ursa got caught out by that death, and then they took the tower. I think that slowed down his game to the point. Like, if, let's say he didn't die there and he TP top to push, he would have had his Vlads, like, maybe 2 minutes earlier. They would have done Roche. I think Storm would have been there to get the Aegis, and then, like, things would have been a little bit more in a place for them. But I think, like, Storm's always, like, 1 item behind, too. He doesn't have BKB, which he desperately needs to go into these fights to kill the back line. And Ursa has been a huge non-factor despite the net worth. That we need that goal to damage ratio for this game.
Sumail's ranked #1 in that category.
Goal to damage?
Maybe not after this game, but
Oh, you mean coming in?
yeah, coming in during the stats, I was looking.
I think Artesia was like 21st or something. But it was 99.9%.
Yeah, which apparently is like not very good.
No, it's like I think it's your net worth to damage. So
Yeah.
this game he would do like 14,000 damage, which is not particularly good.
I don't think he did 14,000 damage.
I don't
this
think
game.
he did 14,000. He's dropping in them ranks, dude.
Oh, but Sumail did have that Zeus scheme.
That's-
Zeus is great hero for a goal.
That's a nice little stat pad.
I think he did 70-something thousand, so that's
Yeah.
definitely inflating.
Strong
The
stat
Zeus?
pad.
Last game?
Yeah.
No, he did like 37,000.
Oh, 37? Oh, okay.
He did not do 70.
Never mind.
Was it 70?
I think you're right. It was what?
Or maybe it was 57.
There's
I
a
don't think it was
7 in
70.
there somewhere.
There was a 7. We can confirm. I think it was 57, actually.
This is very important to Ben. He's looking it up right now.
I'll check on.
Oh, you can check on it now, Ben.
I'll check somewhere.
EG's goose is cooked. I love that expression.
The goose is cooked.
Goose is cooked.
Does that mean you're just in trouble, or?
I don't know what the origin of that expression is. Actually.
We were both wrong. You did 55,000.
All right, well, 57 is pretty
Tinker did 57.
Okay. I'm okay with
Stat
saying.
patters.
I'm okay with settling on 57. I'm a little ashamed of my initial 37 there.
Nyx Axe, pretty decent. At
Next
holding
Axe
high ground.
Coddle? Yeah, let's go. Go for the long game.
Well, it's going to be long if EG want to come back.
Ooh, I like this.
Arteezy. Sneaky jacks.
They dropped the Observer, but it is in sight of the Observer. Arteezy's going way out there.
The ultra wraparound from S4. Boundless Strike sets it up. Then the follow-up comes from Ana. Look for the S4 jump. He wants that fountain dive.
Well, that's a free Rax. No Tails is
Space
chopping
created.
it down with guards.
Got the range, and now he makes his move. S4 with the big leap. Good hook, but it's right into the waiting arms of
Oh.
Ana. Sumail can't make it out. Ana takes him down, and now EG in shambles. Universe trying to escape that Wukong's command, but the Bash Lord is on the chase. Arteezy locked in, and now they can go back for that lane of Rex. No buyback on Storm, no buyback on Pudge. It's going to be a big power play here as Jerax holds the line, gets off the Fissure into Boundless Strike combo, and now EG find themselves routed and on the verge of being knocked out of the Mars Dota 2 League.
Man, the
Grand
Wukong
finals.
command makes him so tanky. He's took the bite, the rod, and 2 tier 4, just shooting him the whole time, and he didn't lose like any HP.
GG.
GG.
EG is eliminated. I believe the rumors of OG's demise are greatly exaggerated, gentlemen.
Pretty strong showing from them. I think
Yep.
this game was very, very well played by S4, and Ana showing that he can play position 1 pretty well.
I think moving forward, you ban Visage against this team.
I agree.
It's just one of the heroes that they seem to fall back onto a lot, and it's been working really well for them.
Okay.
Until someone finds a solution.
Yeah.
But
I thought EG found the solution
Pick
in game
Bristle.
1. Wreck him in lane.
Pick Bristle first phase.
they
Yeah.
banned it in the second.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bristle on his own is. We've seen a lot of counters to that.
Has
Anyways,
his counters.
that was a very furious handshake. His fingers are probably still flying from all that micro.
Yeah.
So what
Keeps
do we
you
have?
limber and young.
What do we have next?
We have.
Is that the newbie IG series?
I am ashamed to know.
Ursa did 11,000 damage to 15,000 net worth.
That is less than 100%.
Next we have, I think it's newbie versus IG. Then you
Cool.
do the winner bracket finals. Yeah, and then you go back for the lower bracket round 3 match. So those whoever wins this next one coming up will get like a chance to